paying for you to go to sing karaoke.
Yeah, you pay all that money for a ticket.
You can't do that no more, y'all. It's illegal.
It's illegal to do that. Well, they probably are singing. They're probably singing, but they singing to the word, the song. Just like when you sing somebody else's song, that's how they were singing.
And then also you got to look at it. You got to look at it like, you know, they're singing. You can hear their voices, but it's more in sync with the record than it is than them actually actually sing. Like I said, 𝐒𝐨𝐥𝐝𝐢𝐚 is the entertainer. She's not a singer.
Oh, right with you.
We can talk about singers. There aren't really many singers these days.
I can name a couple of them that I know that's still singers, but they old school in a sense. Fantasia singer.
Yes.
Y'all know I'm gonna say her. Y'all know I'm gonna say
sing. Yes.
Jennifer Hudson is a singer.
Yes.
Yes.
Kelly Price is a singer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you know, those are my three favorites.
And she actually gonna be at Savannah next weekend. That's why I wish I was home. Kelly Price, Cut Close, Total, all of those gonna be for Valentine's weekend.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be
lit. Okay. And the what's the name? The groups. I'll name the groups. SWV are singers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going back. What's the other group? Kendra likes.
Menudo.
Kendra, no, not Menudo.
Menudo.
My sister loves some Menudo.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, she loves her some Menudo.
I did.
What's the other one with can't escape?
Yeah.
But
each and every one of them can sing.
Back then, I don't know about that.
Who?
Escape.
Huh? No, they all can sing. They're made to sing now.
No, they could sing when they were singing back in the day.
Oh, okay.
I could get you to 100%. I heard Tiny and I heard Candy, and I'm like,
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, Tiny and Candy there. It took a while for their voices to really develop, but they developed.
They sounded better back in the days. Like Candy could hit the whistle and all of that back in the days. Now Tasha and the other Tamika, they still have good voices. They could still sing, but this is contrary to popular belief. I don't think that Beyonce is a great singer. I think she's an excellent entertainer, and I love her.
Entertainer.
Yeah, she's a great entertainer.
Get canceled for that. You're gonna get us canceled.
Yeah, I know, but her shows are amazing.
Be careful.
But I agree with your assessment. She's an
her shows are amazing. Like I've gone to several concerts. I've never regretted it. So she's a great entertainer. She puts her all into it, and she deserves all the accolades. But as far as her voice, she has a nice, pleasant voice. She could sing, but she can't sing. You know, like some of the other people that that were mentioned.
That's what I'm saying. And here's my 2 cents on that.
She's overrated.
I think Kelly Rowland can sing and Michelle.
Yes, they can. But what I'm saying is that since TV and videos started coming out, you notice, and I'm gonna say this, y'all get mad at me if y'all want, but Patti LaBelle wouldn't have made it these days.
No, she wouldn't have.
No, she wouldn't have.
Stephanie Mills would not made it these days.
Huh?
Stephanie Mills, she wouldn't have made it these days.
There's a lot of singers that wouldn't have made it these days.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of their talent.
Diana Ross wouldn't have made it these days.
Yep. So you see what I'm saying? It's a
understanding that it's a lack of their performance.
Yeah, and but that's what I'm saying. It's since we've gotten more and more into the age, singing talent has been lessened.
Yeah.
While looks and appearance have gotten greater. Go ahead, Miguel.
Yeah, the big destructive feature is all the sampling and all the gadgets. that have been
Right.
added to music, and they've taken away from the purest form of music. Because I used to play in bands myself back in the day, and it's amazing how music has changed with the sampling and all the gadgets that are being used now.
Yep.
Well, we're at a dearth of innovation in music. We don't have. There's not another form of music that I can see coming on the horizon that's going to change the tide of what's going on. We hadn't had a real genre changing since rap hip hop. You know, there hasn't really been. You know, there was like other forms, but they didn't take hold. They didn't take hold as much. Because y'all remember, all of y'all older people remember house music back in the late 80s, mid to late 80s. Everybody thought that was going to take off. It still lives, but it's been co-opted by Europe, and they call it now electric dance music. You've heard of EDM?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just that's where house music eventually gravitated towards. But most of the time, most of the music, we hadn't had any real game changing music since the 80s, and y'all can disagree with that, and I'm cool with it. But that's my opinion. But because you gotta think about how, and going back to singers, in order to get somewhere, you had to have the talent. You had to have the talent, and you had to have stage presence. Because there are plenty of people that can sing even back then.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a stage presence.
Yeah, stage presence. Yeah. Because remember, they didn't want you to be a big person, or they didn't want you to look a certain. You know, they wanted you to look a certain way, and you had to have a certain weight. Because remember, even back in the day, you know, they didn't put your face on the album because you wasn't the right look, and not just color. Sometimes it's just a plain old look. They just couldn't put you on the cover in order to sell.
Yeah, no, I got you, because that's, you know, like I said, in the 60s and 70s, you know, we had limited watchability, because you only saw them on TV, and everybody in here is old enough to remember when TV cut off.
Yes, yes, I remember midnight.
Exactly.
And Steve
TV
Harvey
cut off. What do you mean TV cut off?
So tell the kids that.
Exactly, but Steve Harvey had a joke years ago, and it was funny, but it made so much sense, because he was dissecting Lenny Williams's most famous song. Does anybody know which one I'm talking about?
Yes. Oh goodness.
Because I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, exactly.
Yeah.
And what he said made so much sense, because he was like, and I called her, but the phone kept ringing, and then ringing. It's like, they don't do that. The phones don't do that these days.
No, they don't.
I watched TV till TV went off. I was like,
Yep.
that's all. And you know, 50 years later, that dude would be called a simp.
A simp.
Yeah. All that simping stuff he did.
And thirsty.
You know.
Was hungry? Wasn't hungry?
Thirsty.
Oh my gosh. No.
These young
Go
folks
ahead,
don't
go ahead,
understand.
Al.
Yeah, one of the things that I used to like is the game that singers had back in the day. And I think back to Isaac Hayes. And when I was performing, we used to do Float On by the Floaters, which was one of the songs I had. And I was Big Al Scorpio. And one of the lines I stole from not Barry White, but Isaac Hayes, is being in love with me is like being in quicksand. The more you wiggle, the deeper you sink.
All right.
They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that.
Hey, that game is not to be told, it's to be sold. That's and even in the 80s, when when hip hop rap was starting to come out, and one of my favorite groups of all time, BBD, Bell Biv and DeVoe. Yeah, no, we knew it. We Gen X is a New Edition people.
Poison.
So, New Edition had a song. Mr. Telephone Man. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Telephone Man.
And it's funny.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your mini concert. She's here all Tuesday, every Tuesday. What it was that he said, I dial 611 because customer service. And then I asked Ben, and then in the back, so I tried to call my baby's number because she wouldn't hang up on me. And then
something wrong with the phone.
Before answer machines was really big, if you let it ring too many times, it would say, please try your call again.
Yeah. Now they got the block and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. This is the man with the golden voice, the lady's choice, and of course, smooth as a Rolls Royce, saying, never make love by the garden gate. Though love is blind, the neighbors ain't.